let's move on to comeback player of the year. And I'll let you go ahead and start this one off too.
All right. I don't know. I don't think this is the number one most obvious one. But I have for my comeback player of the year, Christian McCaffrey. Um, I just
Okay.
think that I mean, if you look at his stats when in his whole career, whenever he's been healthy, he's been like the top 3 player of the year in the league. So if he just has a healthy season, I think he's a shoo-in to get comeback player of the year. Personally, even over some other big names, just because of how big and how dominant Christian McCaffrey is and how explosive he is as a runner.
I think a lot of it will come down to if he can stay healthy,
If he can stay
right?
healthy.
Because he is now, I think. But if he, as long as he can maintain for a whole season, and maybe the addition of Brian Robinson can kind of help him out in that way, where it takes some of the load off. I think that's a great pick. Christian McCaffrey currently has the third best odds to win it. I am going to pick the guy with the second best odds, and that is Aiden Hutchinson. We will get to my defensive player of the year pick later. Aiden Hutchinson actually has currently the best odds to win defensive player of the year and the second best odds to win comeback player of the year. I don't think that he's going to necessarily come back and immediately be defensive player of the year level again. I think he will be good when he comes back, but I don't think he's going to jump all the way up to that level, especially with my pick for defensive player of the year. I think that other guy is going to definitely outshine Aiden Hutchinson, but I think
Ooh.
Hutch has had a good amount of time to recover too. It was early in the season last year that his injury happened. There was even talk of him being back for the Super Bowl. If they had made it to the Super Bowl, it was like he
Yeah.
would have been back.
Mm-hmm.
So you would like to think that if he was going to be back then, imagine now he's had, what is it, 4 or 5 months in the off season to prepare. So
Yep.
I think he is poised for a really, really great season. What did Evan have for comeback player of the year?
For comeback player of the year, Evan has. Oh man, he has Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so I'm sure he probably has a lot of the same reasons as me.
Hmm.
But we can talk about, since obviously we just talked about Hutch, the guy currently with the best odds, and this does depend where you're at. Like according to this right here, I think that's MGM Sportsbook. Hutchinson has the best odds, and then DraftKings Dak Prescott has the best odds, or they have
That's
the same
wild.
odds. So Dak Prescott is either 1 or 2, depending on what site you're on. But Dak Prescott is a pretty good pick too. Having one of the best wide receivers in the whole league in CD Lamb to throw to definitely helps out. And
Yeah.
when it comes to, like, honestly, and maybe this is a side note, we've talked about this, but in fantasy I have the CD Lamb Dak Prescott stack, and obviously I'm a Giants fan, so I'm not super thrilled about that. I did what I had to do, but maybe part of me is kind of wanting to root for Dak Prescott this season, and maybe that's why I say, like, what, and I speak from firsthand experience because Dak Prescott dookied on the Giants multiple times in prime time. Usually, like, the Cowboys would totally stomp out the Giants, and it was always Dak Prescott with these crazy throws at the end of the game, like on the sideline and stuff. Like, he, as much as he flounders in the playoffs in particular, which thank God, he is a good regular season quarterback. So I think he has a chance to definitely put up good enough numbers to earn an award like this, comeback player of the year. Comeback player of the year doesn't necessarily mean that you have had the best season ever for a quarterback. It just means that
Oh no.
you had a decent season and you were hurt before. So he doesn't even necessarily need to completely ball out. He just has to be decent. But I still think Hutch probably has a better chance to perform defensively compared to Dak performing offensively.
Yep, you said it perfectly. And that is why I think Hutchinson is number one right now in that poll, because I believe there's a better chance that he comes back and is just insanely dominant and wins it. Um, but I will say, like, going over this list, this is a very close comeback player of the year race. I mean, like, really, like everybody we talked about, like they all have a very good shot of winning it. So, I
Yeah.
mean, we'll
So
see how that plays out, I guess.
on ESPN Bet, which say what you will about ESPN Bet, but on ESPN Bet, the three guys that we have talked about all have plus 300 odds to win it. They have the same exact odds. So it's really a toss up. Like you're saying, it's very close when it comes to these guys. Some other names that are on this list: Daniel Jones. Watch
I
out.
don't know about that one, buddy.
JJ
I
McCarthy
don't know about
is on this list,
what. I
which
don't
is
see
like,
how that's comeback player of the year. He hasn't played yet. I mean,
yeah,
I
it's
get he
like,
was hurt, but he hasn't played
I mean,
like that.
technically, like, I'm not seeing a description of the award, but I know they changed it because Geno Smith won it after he never got hurt, but he was just bad and then kind of
Yeah,
got better. And then I think they changed the wording of the award to say that it has to be someone who was injured. So imagine JJ McCarthy wins it, and now they have to change it again to say someone who played, then got injured, then played again, because like you said, he's not coming back. He's just coming.
yeah.
Pause.
I hope he does not fucking win it, because if he wins that, that's like, what the fuck is that award?
Yeah, exactly. It feels like this is the weirdest award out of all of them. We should totally move on, but yeah, that'd be pretty strange if JJ won that.